Hello, 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 and good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. For this course, I am on time. I am on time for this course. Um, Thank you all so much, Mr. Elon Musk, for opening the gateways for me to do this course. I have been doing it with other contracts, and this is just a continuing part two, three, four of other contracts that I've been able to complete. Actually, technically, part three, we're going into part four of business and how to stay in the know, as you can tell by the title of the video, how to stay in the know and in the loop before it pops on the store shelves or on the television screen. How do you market yourself as a knowledgeable, independent, reliable person in order to be able to have the products before others do, pretty much. So, number one, you have to rest your mind and body because your mind and body are consistently going. And in being in a business like I am, you have to always be a step ahead of the entire global network community in order to know what's coming before the global community knows what's coming. So, number one is you have to rest your mind and you have to rest your body. You have to sleep, and for some of us, we go on vacation, we take time away from people. That's a continuing part of an episode that I did before as to why do people disappear. They need to rest their minds and bodies because a lot of stuff happens to be on repeat all the time, and they want to be able to refresh. What can I do different that makes it interesting? Because I'm seeing the same repeats, and people are starting to complain that they're seeing the same repeats all the time. So, okay, you're seeing the same repeat. I know you're seeing the how can I refresh my mind in order to bring you something different that you haven't really seen before? How can I do that? Okay, so we go away, we come back, we rethink, we reformulate, we replan, and we come up with something different. We come up with something different. Number two, always background check your facts, especially when a new product is coming out. Always background check to make sure that it is not similar to something else that has been there, unless you are doing a brand for brand match. The only time something should be coming out similar in this current day and age is when you're doing a brand for brand match. If you're not doing a brand for brand match, it must be something completely different, something completely out of the spectrum that has not been seen before. So always do a background check with your facts. Read your phone to rectify anything negative that's been said about you as soon as you possibly can with provided visual proof in order to knock off that negativity that's been said about you. Always have physical proof. Always have proof that you are who you say you are, especially when reporting someone who steals your content, such as your photos as well as your visual lifestyle. Have that proof. Have that proof. My number one proof is that of a video camera. Have that proof. Have that proof. Have that background proof, have that camera, have that SD card, have that proof to say you are who you are and you have the authority to do it because others have already tried and others will continue to try to steal the content in order to say that they are. And even in the simple fact of a name change or a name theft, to try and say that they're not taking from you is still content stealing. Using someone's phone number in order to start a YouTube channel or a social media channel, that's content. That's like stealing someone's credits. That's like stealing someone's credit card. That's like stealing someone's social insurance number. That's like stealing someone's shoes off their feet, using their phone number and their email in order to start a business. That's just the bottom line. It's stolen content, stolen material. And yes, there is if you are charged for stealing someone's shoes off their feet as abuse, you'll be charged for stealing someone's phone number and email in order to say that you're them when you're really not. There is a charge for that. Yes, there is. So if you've done it, stop doing it because it is going to catch up to you. It will catch up to you. It has already caught up to several people several times, and they just keep doing it over and over and over again, thinking that the person is not aware. The person is aware. I'm aware. Other folks out there are aware because you're just using the same patterns and the same plans all the time, and it always ends in the same way. It always ends with you being caught. It always does. It always does. And until the person chooses to verbally report the action of you, don't think that you're not being watched. You are being watched. You are being viewed. You are being seen, but not in the way that you want to be viewed and seen, because people don't view me and see me in the same way that I think people view me and see me in, which is why I do what I do in order to block the content there. Because I know that's why people view me. That's why people watch. That's why people do what they do in order to try and mimic an image of who I am. And they try to do it the way that I do it, but they can't because they don't know how the process runs behind the scene. They think they know, but they don't know. So be careful with trying to live and be like someone because it always runs out. The option of living and being like someone always absolutely runs out. Number one, they're always in the know how before you get to the know how. That's a fact. They're always in the know how before you get to the know how. So when you get to the know how, they've already used that know how before you use that know how. So you can't be like someone who's already been in the know how and then try to say that you developed that in being in the know how after the fact. That's where you speak on yourself and you tell the tale and time of where you've been and what you've done and your plans is after the fact of the know how. When the know how has happened, the know how has already been told, you try to do it after, you've been caught. You've been caught because the message and the tapes have already been played. So be careful. Negativity is spread within 5 minutes of any post that is made at the time that the post that is made. Why? Because it's not them. The negative that they spread is it's them and it's not you. Trust it. They spread negativity. Number three, always know your business numbers, probabilities, and where you could possibly do better. Know your stock market facts. Know your stock market facts. A lot of people always like to ask me, how do I know what's coming up next? First of all, I start with the stock market. I start with What business has someone invested in the stock market? I start with the stock market. I start with the stock market. Okay. I'm using this product in another video, but let's take this product as an example. This is the Soe purifying brightening peel gel. The Soe is a brand new product in 2023. Brand new medicinal factor products coming out of a doctor's office. How can one keep someone from getting sick without them having to take a lot of prescribed medication? That's this right here. That is this product right here. Okay? Now, I was informed in a lot of stuff in regards to medication and what happens when you take medication a lot and how it destroys your body in taking that medication. So I was introduced to this product to see if this product would help. I've used two different types of brands from the Soe thus far, and I can tell you, I can tell you that it has medicinal factors that are in those pills that we like to take, but it's in a skincare benefit form now. It's in a skincare benefit form. So it pulls the germs from your skin and it avoids you having to take a pill when you don't have to take a pill anymore. Because this product helps you to stay healthy because it pulls the germs from your nose, it pulls from your forehead, it pulls from your, and it pulls a lot of phlegm and it pulls a lot of snot from your nose. So it acts as a form of Tylenol. It acts like Tylenol and it acts like Advil, except you pull from your skin instead of popping it in your mouth. So that's how I stay in the know and what to use in order to keep myself healthy without having to purchase a bottle of Tylenol or Advil. This is my Tylenol. This is my Advil now. With that, I don't sneeze. With that, I don't cough. I just rest and I sleep and it comes out of my body and that's it. That's it. That's how I stay in the know. That's how I stay in the know. Your YouTube channel is probably also on the stock market. And that's how you stay in the know with your YouTube channel being on the stock market. And with your YouTube channel being on the stock market, there are several other YouTube channels that you're guided to that matches your content because your YouTube channel is on the stock market. Meaning that someone has invested in your YouTube channel by giving you videos that have been sponsored. So your videos are on the stock market and you're seeing very similarities in channels and you can watch and you can see where there has been content that has been taken because your YouTube channel is on the stock market. And you can see now where someone that is similar to you has pre-filmed probably years before you've started filming. And the same products that you're advertising now has probably been fraudulently made because they are just coming into existence in the store shelves because of your YouTube channel being on the stock market, because you've been invested in as a proper sales agent. If the stock market has asked you to start another channel, of which they have, You've already boosted your growth and possibilities from just this one channel alone because now the stock market is asking you to separate your probabilities and your stuff in order for you to be kind of like how we have different classes in high school: geography, math, science, social studies. The stock market is now asking me to do that. So I'm preparing ahead for 2024 September for a brand new channel. I'm preparing ahead for a brand new channel in 2024 in September. I'm finishing off in the early parts of 2024 my contracts with this channel. Does that mean that I'm going to ignore this channel? No. It means that I'm going to continue to produce on this channel. I just have to know now how to break down and produce on 3 channels. So I started off with my cooking channel and I posted everything there. And then they asked me to post my makeup separately. They asked me to post on another channel, which is this channel. So I started posting here. So now on that channel, the cooking channel, I'm only posting cooking experiences. That's it. I'm no longer posting beauty products. I'm no longer posting makeup products. I'm not posting any of that. It's just all cooking now. That's it. That's absolutely what I'm posting now. And I'm only posting that when I've been requested to post the cooking. That's where I'm at right now. Posting on that channel, the cooking channel, when it's been requested. That's it. Number 4, protect your highest interest. My highest interest and possibilities to protect are my children. They're my children. My children are my number one priorities to protect. How? I don't go and do any live feed on Saturdays or Sundays or on long weekends. First of all, the stock market is not running on Saturdays or Sundays or on long weekends. So the stock market is not available to watch my programmings. So I work with the stock market because the stock market is not paying me in order to be able to film. So I don't work Saturdays or Sundays. I work Monday to Fridays, and I work with the highest time of the stock market where I can absolutely boost my interest in the stock markets, which is between the hours of 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. So know when your highest interest rates approves you to stay in the know in order to get the products before the masses does, in order to be able to bring the products to the masses when the products have been made available to you. So right now I film between the hours of 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. because of my high probabilities on the stock market, my continuing growth on the stock market. The next thing is I am a mother. My family comes first, especially on a Saturday or Sunday. Monday to Friday, my children are in school. So my family comes first on a Saturday or a Sunday. So just if I'm laying in bed, it means number one, I'm resting my brain in order to get my notes. That's number one. Number two, I'm watching my children. I'm watching my children. I'm listening for any arguments. I'm listening for act, any type of action that is going to happen on a weekend. And I'm listening to anything that has been said that would be caused to happen because my pretty much life is too silent and too boring. So a lot of people say they're going to make it happen because it's too silent and too boring for who I am. So I watch for it. Just because I'm sitting in the bed doesn't mean I'm not listening to my children and what they are doing. I hear my son on the Discord game all the time. I hear him. I hear when he gets really, really, really loud. I hear when he's been pulled on through the Discord game. I hear when my daughter has been pulled on through her version of the Discord game. I hear it, I know it. And yes, sometimes when that pull happens, I do call for backup help and he shows up. He absolutely shows up. And I know he's in the home because I call for the backup help, especially when the child is getting too exuberant through the Discord game. So I pay attention. I listen. I hear. I know. I call for help through the private account and he shows up. He shows up. He absolutely shows up. And it's because of the Discord game and because the Discord game is a live game, I can call him for backup because he's hearing what's going on there too. My family is my highest probability and my highest priority. I do no live feed after 3:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. After 3:30 p.m., I know that my kids are walking in the door between the hours of 4 p.m. and quarter to 5 because my daughter has choir practice and sometimes my son stays behind in order to finish his school projects. So my son never brings home his homework. He stays behind and he completes them at school and he hands them in, and sometimes he leaves them in his locker and he hands in his homework the next day. I did the same thing too. And I pre taught my children that one of the things I don't want to see in the home is you ever doing homework because no one ever saw me doing homework in the home. They did not. When I went to high school, my homework was completed before I left school. And my children have been doing that. They have been completing their homework before they leave school. They have absolutely nothing to do. So I don't mind them being on the Discord game. I don't mind it. I tell my children all the it's a time for you to relax. It's a time for your mind to settle down. Being on the Discord game is a time for you to be you. So finish your homework at school so that you don't have to think about Billy, Tom, Harry, and Megan being up in your face as to why y'all have to take homework home all the time. You don't have to worry about that. And you don't, it, I get it. You have people. Why do you always finish your homework at school? Because what my mom says makes sense. Finish your homework at school so that you can have time to be on the games at home. And don't worry about what nobody says because you already done did it and now they can't copy off of you using the Discord game because you already finished your homework at school. And my kids have shown me that. No homework being brought home. None. Zero. Zero homework being brought home. They bring home the assignments when it's been completed, and I see it. That's it. I told my kids I only want to see the assignments after they've been completed. I don't want to hear about it before that. I don't want to know because I already go through my own situation in that regards. I don't want to know that part at all. They said, okay, cool. They do it. They do it, and I've been seeing it because I pay attention to my highest priority, which are my kids. My job is my second highest priority because I need to be paid, because I need clothes, I need a roof over my head, I need to eat. I need to eat. Y'all know I like to shout out, so I shout out all the time. The last thing, I only go live streaming when my safety is at its highest probability, so no guaranteed timing before 3:30 p.m. No guaranteed timing. I only go live streaming when I know someone is away from me that is probably the cause of the reason as to why there is so many acts of deviance towards pretty much everybody in the community. So when you're away, I play. And when you show up, I look at you and say, I already done did that, boo boo. What you talking about? And that's how I like to do it. Anyways, with that being said, that is it for this portion of business and how to stay in the know. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. And I will see you all in the next one. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.